What is up, everyone? Welcome to round one of the Portland Monthly Premodern Paper Magic Afternoons May 2025 tournament. We got two awesome decks to show you, so let's get into those deck lists. First up, we have Jerry on Sligh. Now, most recently, he's been trying to make blue-red Stiflenought work and has had some success with it, but it looks like he's gone full burn this time with the classic red aggro list. Going through this real quick, I'm not noticing anything too out of the ordinary, so we'll just run down the list. You got your 4 Grim Lavamancers, 4 Mog Fanatics, 4 Jackal Pups, 3 Ball Lightnings, including a really cool altered one, 4 Lightning Bolts, 4 Incinerates, 4 Fire Blasts, 4 Seal of Fire, 3 Sulfuric Vortex, 4 Urza's Baubles, and I do want to call out a interesting interaction here with Seal of Fire. Usually you want to run shocks with Urza's Baubles, specifically that if you draw them off of an Urza Bauble, you're able to then fire them off immediately. Generally, Seal of Fire is just the better card, as you're able to cast it and then hold up that damage until you absolutely need it, but in this rare instance, I think Shock is a better card here. Back to the list though, we have 2 Curse Scrolls for repeatable damage, and for lands we're running 2 Barbarian Rings, 4 Bloodstained Mires, 4 Wooded Foothills. Those of course being in a mono red deck is purely just to fill the graveyard for Barbarian Ring and Grim Lavamancer, and 10 Mountains. For the sideboard, he's running 1 Anarchy, 2 Overloads, 3 Price of Progress, 2 Earthquakes, 3 Pyroblasts, 1 Mog Salvage, 1 Sulfuric Vortex, 1 Red Elemental Blast, and 1 Flaring Pain. So that's Jerry's deck, but who's he playing against? Next up is Matt K with Mono Blue Stiflenought. Definitely one of the best decks in the format, and it looks like he's going with a pretty well established list. The main 60 is pretty set at this point, but I did notice that he is actually running an additional opt instead of the second Flash of Insight, which is a very small change, but does of course open him up to better opening draws and potentially having a little worse of a long game, not having access to a second Flash of Insight to flash things back. Again, super minor, but if you're not familiar with Stiflenought, the main plan is of course to put down a big Phyrexian Dreadnought. It is a 12/12 with a really bad ability. You either need to sacrifice creatures with 12 power or destroy Phyrexian Dreadnought. However, you get around that with 4 of Vision Charms and 4 of Stifles. The rest of the deck is really built around just protecting your Dreadnought and finding the combo pieces. So like I mentioned, we have 4 Ops, the 4 Stifles and 4 Vision Charms to do the combo with the 4 Dreadnoughts, 4 Portents, 4 Impulse, 4 Counterspell, 3 Daze, 4 Gush, 4 Foil, 1 Flash of Insight, 2 Chain of Vapors, which is the only real form of removal in the main board to speak of, 2 Mishra's Factories as potential alt win cons, and 16 Islands. The sideboard is where things differ a bit, and I think there is still a lot of discussion on what is actually the best. Sideboard is, of course, very meta dependent, but I did notice that Matt is not playing the Parallax Tides that won LobsterCon in 2024. Instead, he's got a 1 of Cursed Totem, a 1 of Peak, the second Flash of Insight, 1 Powder Keg, 1 Seal Removal, 1 Mana Leak, 4 Annuls, 3 Hydroblasts, 1 Blue Elemental Blast, and Brain Freeze, which I would consider the sideboard alt win con against some of those more unwinnable matchups, or even the mirror. Overall, it's a really powerful looking list, and I'm excited to see how Burn matches up against arguably one of the best decks in the format, if not the best. Without further ado, let's get into the games. And here we go. Matt is on the left, Jerry is on the right. Now, Jerry is definitely the aggressor here and is going to be applying pressure early. Looks like he does have a Jackal Pup, as well as some other low drops. Seal of Fire, or Seal of Cleansing. No, Curse Scroll. All right, and we are off. Both players have Keeble 7. Jerry's going to fetch here. Find a mountain, and are we just going Jackal Pup pass? Looks like that will be probably the best play. This is round 1, of course, so neither player knowing what the other is on yet. No chance for any kind of table scouting or anything like that. Looks like he does have Jackal Pup pulled to the front. Yep, say go. All right, Matt's going to Portent here. The best blue cantrip that we have access to in the format. No Brain Freeze or any, or Brainstorm, sorry. Brain Freeze actually is in Matt's sideboard, but yeah, no Brainstorm or anything like that. It is, I believe, banned in the format. Yes, it is banned in the format. One of the main reasons some of the more powerful blue cards like Brainstorm and Force of Will, our band, is to differentiate a bit from Legacy, especially Old Legacy. Okay, we're going to fetch here again. Now, Jerry does have to give Matt time to potentially stifle. I realize Matt is tapped out, but you never know. Could have something. But Jerry, I think, really just wanted to get it in with a Jackal Pup. Swing for 2. And say go. Oh, no, we got an Urza's Bauble. Okay, we are going to do some more stuff here. Mog Fanatic, makes sense. He's not holding up all his burn spells. And there's the Cursed Scroll. Flood on the board with threats. Pass to you. Is Jerry just going to crack this Urza Bauble now? Get a peek at what Matt's doing. Does Matt have 2 Dreadnoughts in hand? Does he have... Oh, and he has a foil backup potential. Okay, there's a Dreadnought. That's problematic. Yep, and there's the Stifle. So 12-12, 2-turn clock. Jerry, do you have a way to answer it? And yeah, not a Mishra's Bauble. Matt may be defaulting to... Yep, there's another Dreadnought. Yep. Matt may be defaulting to a bit of Modern here, or Legacy. Okay, so Jerry will draw on his upkeep. There you go, and then draw for turn. And can you answer a 12-12? Or even race a 12-12? He does have a Ball Lightning in hand, but he has no Mountain, so there's no way to deal damage that way. The Dreadnought could also just straight up block it right now. Mog Fanatic. And there's a Seal of Fire. I don't think there's much Jerry can do except for wait for the 12 total swing in and then try and catch up. He does have a Bolt in hand, so he can deal 3, get Matt down to 15. If he then swings in, if he gets another Mountain, we're figuring out how Jerry wins here because Matt, I think, has just got it. I don't know if Jerry can get to 15. All right, so there's 3. Go to 15. Especially since I believe Jerry has, or Matt has, sorry, a foil backup. Yep. I have 15. Don't have a Mountain. You can Fire Blast. So might as well just get in for combat. Swing for 3, 4, 5. That's 9. You're way off, unfortunately. Yep. And it looks like Jerry is just going to scoop, and we're going to do game number 2. Well, one of the things you have to love about the burn deck is it's over quickly, one way or the other. Turns out when your opponent just has a Dreadnought with a Dreadnought backup with Counterspell backup, there's not too much you can do about it. However, now Jerry is fully aware of what Matt's on and should have brought in all of that artifact removal. But it looks like Jerry will be mulliganing here, and we're going to cut to when he has a keepable hand. All right, let's see if Jerry can get a better hand. We are trying to look for 6 here, just putting 1 back. Really need to mulligan to some kind of artifact removal. Red Elemental Blast is pretty good too. All right, looks like he's going to put in Incinerate back. And, yep, Jerry, you are on the play. Already blocking out what happened last game. All right, then go to 14, find a Mountain. And did you have a 1-drop creature threat here? Yes. Grim Lava Serum. Alright. A bit slow, but it will get the job done. Alright. Matt gonna Portent here. Oh, he does have a Dreadnought in hand, I see that. Does he potentially have another turn 2 Dreadnought? It's possible. I think he might have... I might have seen a Daze. I'm not entirely sure. He might have some backup for it as well. But Matt, not liking the cards off of Portent, is just going to shuffle and pass turn. Jerry gonna fetch here with his second Bloodstained Mire. Again, these fetches in a monocolor deck are purely for that Grim Lavamancer that's on the battlefield and the 2 of Barbarian Rings in his deck. It always is that kind of discussion on how much do fetch lands help thin your deck versus the life loss you take for using them. But when you have another use like these Grim Lavamancers, oddly not swinging in with the Lavamancer here for a free point of damage. Especially considering he knew he wanted to hold up that blast. But no, we're going to exile a card here. Okay. I guess that makes sense. You can hold it up in response, but... Alright, there's another Bloodstained Mire. We got 2 Incinerates and a red Elemental Blast. Alright, just gonna swing in with one of the Lavamancers. Say go. And Matt, I think, playing it a little safer here, not feeling as much pressure. There's no Jackal Pup on the field, no hand dump in turn 2. Can take his time a little bit more, but it looks like he does just have a Dreadnought. And there's a Stifle, there's a red Elemental Blast on the Stifle, there's a Hydro Blast for that red Elemental Blast, and Jerry has no more answers, really hoping to top deck an artifact removal. He is going to fetch here, just increase his chances ever so slightly of drawing not a mountain, and hopefully drawing artifact removal. He can also, yeah, he is going to incinerate here too, just in case. Now he could have activated the Grim Lavamancer as well, or instead of, I should say, not as well. Okay, what did he draw? Okay, there's an Incinerate. Go to combat. Oh, he's just saying, I don't even have anything, so take 2. And not swinging in with the Grim Lavamancer for the extra point damage. The blocker doesn't do much. Okay, take 12, yep, down to 5. You have one more turn to find a removal spell. And that's even hoping Matt doesn't have. Nope, that's not it. And the Stiflenought deck takes down and clean 2-0. Well, sometimes a Stiflenought has it, and sometimes they just have it twice with protection for their combo. Not too much the burn player can do about that, and you know, it's one of the reasons why Stiflenought is one of the best decks in the format. Hopefully you guys made it through. I know the video was a pretty long slog. If you did, make sure to give the video a like and follow the channel if you're not already. It is one of the best ways to support what I'm doing. There's plenty of pre-modern videos that we've also done if you want to spend some more time exploring the format. I'm also releasing 3 videos a week right now, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of those. We're doing 2 pre-modern and 1 old school every week. Part of the reason that's possible is because of the lovely people you see on screen, our patrons. If you'd like to join the Patreon, the link is in the description below or displayed on the screen. And for those of you that already have, you're all amazing, and I greatly appreciate the support. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time.